Hey everybody, I'm TJ with TJ's Magic Touch, and today I'll be showing you how to customize your bubble labels using Microsoft Publisher. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining. Please consider subscribing, and if you are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I truly appreciate it. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is click on More Blank Page Sizes and then Create New Page Size. The first thing we're going to do is name our template. You can name it whatever you choose. I'm just going to name it after the lid we are creating. For width, I'm going to type in 2. For height, I am going to type in 2 also. And I am removing the margin guides by knocking everything down to 0. After you have everything you need in your panel, you're going to click OK. Make sure you have that file selected and click Create. A 2x2 square will pop up on your screen. To get our topper, we're going to click on Shapes and pull out a circle. Once your circle's on the screen, the Format tab automatically opens and you'll be able to type in 1.5 for your height as well as 1.5 for your width. In this design, I will be using images from MUJKA clip arts. If you're interested in any of the images that you see on this screen, I will have a link in the description box below for you to go and check out her site. Now I'm going to click on Insert, and I'm going to choose the pictures that I want set up on my workspace so I don't have to continuously open my folder back and forth to insert images. So I'm selecting the images that I want to use by holding down Control, and then I'm going to click Insert. This pops all of the images onto the screen. Left click on your mouse to highlight everything, and then you can resize all of the images at once and then move them where you want them to sit onto your workspace. Moving the images like this is easier for me because I can see everything kind of off to the side but still have access to my full image while I'm designing. Now with my Format tab open, I'm going to click on Shape Fill and insert a picture. You can insert a picture from your file, from an image on the internet, or your cloud. I'm going to go to my folder and select this background here and click OK, and the image pops on the screen. I'm going to go to Shape Outline, No Outline, and now I have my lid for my bubbles. Since I have my lid prepared with the background, now I'm just going to drop in the images that I want to use and get them placed how I want them to be placed so that I can set this side of my file up for print sheet. Here you're going to notice that I flipped the clip art around a different direction. I go up top with the Format tab selected, click Rotate, and flip horizontal. I do that for quite a few images in this design. Now to save, we're going to go to File, Save As, choose where you want to save it at on your computer. I'm going to leave this file as a publisher file, so you just name it whatever you want to name it and then click Save again. Now we're going to go File, Save As. And instead of saving as a publisher file, we're going to save this as a PNG so that our background is transparent for when we drop it onto our print sheet. To create our print sheet, we'll hit File and New, and we're going to set up an 8.5 by 11. Then we're going to click on Page Design and Margins and change those to none. Now we're going to take our PNG image of our bubble lid and we're going to drag it onto our document. Right click copy, right click paste, and we'll do that until we have a total of 4 on the screen. Now we'll set up for our label around the bottle. We'll click New, More Blank Page Size, and then Create New Page Size. You can name this file whatever you want to name it, and then you're going to set your file at 5.5 for width and 2 for your height, and we're going to get rid of the margins by setting everything to 0. After we have our page set up, we'll click OK, make sure it's selected, and click on Create. And now we have our label on screen. Now I'm going to add my pictures to my workspace. I'm going to click on Insert and Pictures. Then I'm going to highlight all of the pictures that I want to drop into the workspace and click OK. And all of my images will pop up to the right. Left click and highlight just like before in order to resize the images at once and move them on the screen. Instead of formatting my background, I'm just going to drag a background image onto the screen and then I'm going to resize it so that it fits the label. Now I'm going to start placing my images into my design. Since I brought that background image in after everything else, my clip art ended up being behind it. So left click, highlight all, and bring them all forward, and it's a quick fix for that. Now that I have my images where I want them to be, I'm going to add some text. So what I'm going to do for text is go to Insert and Word Art and select this first plain style word art. I'm going to find the font that I want to use and then I'm going to type in my text. Be careful when using fonts in Publisher because sometimes they can end up blurry if you blow them up too large. With an image this small, we probably won't have that issue with the font that we're choosing. Once I have the text chosen, I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to edit the text. So we'll go to Shape Fill. I will select red for this color. Shape Outline, I will choose black, and for Shape Effects, I want to make sure that no effects are selected, no shadow or anything. Now that I have my word art the way that I want it, I'm going to create a faux stroke or a faux offset. In order to do this, I'm going to right click and copy, and then I will right click and paste. So I'm going to zoom out and move the word art up, and then I'm going to zoom back in so I can see what I am editing. First, I'm going to click on shape fill and change the color to white. Then I'm going to change my shape outline to white. I'm going to click on outline again and go down to weight to make the weight thicker. So I'll go to more sizes and then type in any number bigger than 6. After doing this, I click OK. I'll go up to Shape Effects, Shadow, and click on this first box in Outer. Then I will check to see how it looks by moving it behind my first layer of text. I thought the white was just a little too big, so I'm going to take both word arts and I'm going to move them off of the design so that I can freely work on them without clicking on the images underneath. Now I'll just adjust the outlines for each shape or each word art until I get it to look the way that I want it to look. Now that I have what I like, I will repeat that for the word to. Now I'm going to save my design as a publisher file. That way if I need to go back and edit, I can. And then I'm also going to save it again as a JPEG. Saving it as a JPEG allows me to insert it as a picture onto my already made print sheet. Now that I have the image saved, I'm going to go to my print sheet, click on insert and picture, and then I'm going to add the picture of the label onto my print sheet and save it as a PDF. After saving it as a PDF, it automatically pops open on your screen in order for print. After printing out your PDF, you'll be ready for assembly. So your supplies, if you use sticker paper, is just a pair of scissors. If you use photo paper, you'll need double-sided tape as well. For reference, the yellow bottle that I'm currently working on is the bottle that I use photo paper on. The blue bubble bottle is a bottle that I use the sticker paper on. I also use the Exacto knife with that one and a way to kind of score the paper so I didn't have to peel the backing all the way off of it. It kind of worked, it kind of didn't, but I still like the look of the photo paper and the double-sided tape a little bit better. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. I hope you liked it. I hope you were able to learn a thing or two. If you are interested in seeing this done in Microsoft Word, Photoshop, or Silhouette Studio, I'll be sure to leave all of those links below, as this is a collab with another YouTuber, Andrina's Creations. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you on the next one.